Hello, my name is Justin Pate, and in this video you will learn 3 pro techniques on how to wrap deep recessed areas commonly found on vans. Deep recessed areas on vans are one of the most challenging parts on a vehicle to wrap. And in this video we're going to show you 3 different approaches and talk about the tools and techniques needed to wrap them like a pro. Now the first approach is a very traditional one in the wrap industry, and that is taking it off the liner, bridging the film over the recessed area and only squeegeeing in the middle section till about 6 or 7 inches away from the recessed area. The next step is to add heat to relax the film. Then you're going to use an application glove to form the film in increments to the deepest part of the recessed area, from the outside in. Make sure to use a high quality application glove, in this case one that comes from Yellow Tools, and a quality heat gun that puts out a nice soft wide heat. This one is from whitening. Once the film is formed into the deepest part of the recessed area, always be sure to use the side of your finger so it forms in completely. Then, once the film has been formed onto the main area, the part that wasn't touching the surface, 6 or 7 inches away from the recessed area, can now be squeegeed onto the surface. Be sure to notice that the air comes out easily. This is thanks to the air egress feature that was the right choice for this particular film. In this case, it was Federgoni's C50 Ultimate Slide and Tack, which is a very conformable film that is easy to install. That's because it has this air egress feature that actually comes from the liner. This liner was manufactured by a company called Mondi in Germany. The liner creates that air egress pattern and adhesive, which makes it easy to install and bubble-free. Now for this style of install, it's very important to come back at the very end of the day and post-heat it to a certain temperature. In this case, for Federgoni, they recommend that it should be 185 degrees. Then the final step is to wipe it down with an aftercare product, either S from the Wrap Institute or a composite coating from Diamond Protec called Wrap PPF and Vinyl. With that, here's the second approach to recessed areas, and this one doesn't involve bridging and forming the film in, it's actually quite the opposite. The liner is fully released, and instead of starting from the outside and working in, now you're going to work from the inside and work out. What's critical about this technique is to pick the film up, and when it gets into the recessed area, you're going to feed it in there with no tension. Always make sure you use a good squeegee. In this case, it comes from Yellow Tools, along with the application glove. Form the film into the deepest part of the recessed area and work it out to the top edge. Now this style of wrapping takes a little bit more installer skill, but what's great about this technique is it minimizes stress, so there's no chance of whitening the print, in this case by HP. And the film doesn't get overstretched because it's a high quality film from Federgoni. Now also keep in mind that you have to use the right lamination for any type of install like this. And during the lamination process, in this case, the Kala laminator was used, the Mistral version, is to avoid putting as much tension in the film as possible. Sometimes during the lamination process, too much tension is added to the film. So by having the right laminator at the right setting, it's critical for this style of install. And as you can see, the film is fed in and out, then glass on the main area. So once this technique is mastered, it's very straightforward. You're going to use the same approach to the top and bottom of the recessed area as well. The key is to focus on the corner first. Pick the film up and feed it into the deepest part. Once it's set in there with no tension, work it out. A lot of that tension that was in the recessed areas comes up and over onto the flat side. The key is to pick the material up and add soft heat, in this case again from welding. A very good heat gun, as you can see, has an adjustable setting. This allows you not to overheat the film. Now once the material is relaxed, it can be simply glassed onto the main surface area, and that is because a cast film was used from Federgoni that is extremely flexible and conformable. So as the material holds the surface and also glasses out easily thanks to the air egress feature. So once the material is glassed out and on the main surface area, you can now squeegee it in firm overlapping strokes. For this style of wrapping, it's very important to use a good design that is installer friendly. And this design comes from Wrapstock. The reason why it has to be installer friendly is it needs to be able to be worked in and out of this area without having to worry about lining graphics up at the top or bottom. Now once everything's set up, now it's very important to make sure that the edges are relaxed. So this is with heat, once the material cools back to room temperature, then cut them away. And as you can see, this style of wrapping is very straightforward. And keep in mind that the same finishing in terms of aftercare apply, using the Diamond Protect Wrap coating or SSS. Now we get to the third option for recessed areas, and it's called cut and drop. This style has become more and more popular as it's very quick and safe to do for recessed areas. The key is to bridge the material over the recessed area, just like in version number 1. Run a finger on the top edge, but instead of forming the film in with a heat gun and an application glove, it's now going to be cut along the top ridge. Make sure when doing this to use a very sharp knife and let the blade run alongside the top ridge. Angle the blade slightly away from the edge. This is called a beveled cut. And once the cut is made, it can easily be squeegeed into the deepest part of the recessed area. Now keep in mind that even though the material comes up short, if the cutting was done properly, it still looks professional because it's symmetrical. And it's very important to put the color of the vehicle in the print. So in this case, when working with wrap stock, they made sure that white was in the text because the van was white. Now in terms of the material from Fedrigoni, now you can use cast or calendar from them because you're taking all that tension out of the recessed areas. You're still using the same great tools from Yellow Tools and the heat gun from Weldy, but with a different approach. The biggest thing is making sure you use the right lamination if changing between cast and calendar and load it in properly with the collar laminator. And keep in mind for this cut and drop method, there's obviously no need to post heat, and for aftercare, well, the same, SSS or Diamond Protect Wrap. And now you have an overview of the 3 techniques for deep recessed areas on vans. And for a thorough understanding of the techniques and more information, be sure to get a membership at the Wrap Institute, where we have hundreds of videos on recessed areas. Thanks for watching. I'm Justin Pate.
The Wrap Institute is the world's #1 online wrap training platform with the slogan, "Never Stop Learning." This attitude fuels the Wrap Institute in delivering cutting-edge and up-to-date content. With various levels of learning and support, the Wrap Institute caters to all types of installers, from the true beginner to advanced professionals. The video library at the Wrap Institute consists of over 3,000 professional videos covering a wide range of fields including PPF, color change, commercial vehicles, walls, floors, interior film, window tinting, business tips, production techniques, and even design. In addition to getting unlimited access to the Wrap Institute video library, members can take advantage of these benefits. The Never Stop Learning Lounge is a weekly live session with top trainers like myself, Justin Pate, Reiner Lawrence, Gimas Brazil, and other top trainers. We go deep on a specific topic, so the learning is extra special, and you can ask questions and get answers in real time. TWI members also receive exclusive discounts from manufacturers from all across the world. Every month, 2 to 3 new ones are added. Many of these discounts can be used unlimited times, so your potential savings are up to you. There are free workflow and educational PDFs that you can download to help streamline your business and administration. Additionally, the Wrap Institute offers the Platinum Tool Collection, a set of top-of-the-line tools that work seamlessly together to elevate your wrapping skills to a true professional level. There are monthly and annual memberships to choose from at various levels: silver, gold, and platinum. This allows you to choose the membership that best suits your needs. So join the Wrap Institute today and take your wrap game to the true professional level and beyond. It's the smartest and most affordable investment you can make in your career.